Yo ho ho! It's the Manlihood ManCast. I said yo ho ho because apparently I always say hey guys or hey everybody, and I decided to mix it up a little bit. Hey, listen, welcome to the Manlihood ManCast. I'm Josh Hatcher, and I'm glad that you guys are here with me today. We've got some awesome things to talk about, but before we do that, I'm going to get this little promo out of the way. You guys know how much I care about manlyhood, how much I care about you, how much I care about you growing into the man that you're meant to be. You should know it if you don't. If this is the first time you're listening, go back and listen, because I just talked about it last week a lot. And I talked about my motivations behind this and why I do it. And so if you want to support this whole concept and this whole idea, if you want to keep it coming and keep it at the quality and the level that it is, I'm starting to sound like an NPR fund drive. But here's the thing with NPR, you get a crappy tote bag if you donate to NPR. But you go to the manlihood.com store, and I've got resources that are going to help you. Things that you're actually going to like, things that you're going to use. So go to manlihood.com/store, and you can support Manlihood by supporting yourself with something awesome. There's some books there. There are some other goods there. Go check it out. I care about you guys, and I want you to appreciate and learn and grow and be the man that you were meant to be. And I want to help other men do that too. So, again, check it out. It's awesome. Today, we are going to talk about positively. Come on back in just a minute, and we'll get to it. Welcome back to the Manlihood ManCast. I'm Josh Hatcher. Today, we're talking about, this is the word, it's one word, positively. We're going to talk about a few aspects, a few things that you can do positively. The first one is to think. We're going to be thinking positively. What does that look like? Well, I'll tell you. We tend to, especially as men, look for the worst case scenario. And that's not always a bad skill. I think it's been valuable in my life, and many times when I'm faced with a situation and I immediately start processing through what's the worst that can happen, and then the positive spin is I say, I can survive that. I know what to do with that in the worst case situation. But we also can get in a situation where we think in a way that destroys us. Guys, heck, there's a lot of people that have talked about this. Jesus said, as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. And there's a great book written by James Allen. It's an older book. You can get it for free online because it's in the public domain. Highly recommend it. The author is James Allen, and the book is called As a Man Thinketh. I'm not going to call it a Christian book. I think it's fairly neutral. If you are a Christian, you're going to learn a lot from it. If you're not a Christian, you're also going to learn a lot from it. The As a Man Thinketh quote does come from Jesus, so there is some stuff in there like that, but the concepts that he talks about the power of changing the way you think. We think about this a lot. Our thoughts shape our feelings, and our feelings shape our actions. And we'll talk about that as we talk about being positive. Not only do you have to think positive, but you have to speak positively. And when you do that, it changes the way you feel. And when you change the way you feel, it changes the way you act and the way that you behave. So if we want to be positive, we start by changing the way we think. How do you do that? By speaking positively. That's the first thing. When your mind starts to get out of control and it's racing and you're thinking and you're starting to have anxiety, say the truth. Tell yourself the truth. And sometimes the truth is, this situation sucks. That's okay to say that. But you should say it like this. This situation sucks, but I know I'm going to get through this because I've gotten through worse. Bam! Positive thinking! And it's powerful. And I don't mean to sound like some new agey, send me all your money guy on late night infomercials. That's not it at all. Gosh, if I ever sound like that, just kill me. What I do mean to sound like is your mind is very capable to affect the way that you behave and the way that you feel. And you can rewire your brain. You can restructure the way that you think. And it starts by identifying what the thought is and then speaking the truth to that thought. And honestly, like, if you've ever watched Saturday Night Live, you've seen the Stuart Smalley skit where he gets in front of the mirror and he says, "I am smart enough, and doggone it, people like me." Honestly, though, like, when I'm driving down the road, I look in my rearview mirror, and when there's nobody there, I talk to myself a lot. Because that's what my mind thinks. I don't even drive that much. But when I do, that's where I do my mirror talk. That's where I talk to myself, and I tell myself the truth. And other times, too, but especially then. I do it in the shower, too, or when I'm pooping. I'm not lying. Like, there are times when I'm alone, and those are some of the few times that I am alone, and I talk to myself, and I tell myself, you can do this. When I'm pooping. Anyway, seriously, though, guys, that act of speaking the truth to yourself, speaking positively about the situation. So the negative thing comes up. The person comes up to you at work and starts complaining. You agree with what they're complaining about. So what? Don't respond negatively. Speak positively. You can speak the truth. Yeah, the situation does suck, but you know what? I'm not going to let it get me down. Bam! Positive thinking. We need to start spinning that if we want to be positive, if we want to have success, honestly. Because honestly, if you look at what holds you back, it's what you believe. What you believe holds you back. What you think holds you back. You get to choose what you believe, and you get to choose what you think. Yeah, if the thought pops in your head and you don't like it, kick it out and tell the truth. When you do that, it changes the way you behave. It changes the way you act. And then you start acting positively. So think about that as you're making choices about what things you want to do. Is this positive? Is this making a difference? Is this the right thing? And I guess the final part of this positivity concept is this. It's that we need to be positive. It goes beyond just the way we think and the way we speak and the way we act. If you do all that, it changes you. It changes all of you. And, think about positive and negative, right? So, let me see if I got a battery here. I don't have a battery here. I do have a squeaky chair, though. But, a battery has two posts. It has a positive and a negative post. And, just like anything else, if you touch them together, you can short out the battery. And, if you take a 9-volt, you stick it on your tongue, the electricity's going through your tongue. If you take two batteries, 9-volt batteries, you stick them together like this, it'll discharge all the power in them. But batteries work that way because there's a positive and a negative charge. You think about particles have positive or negative charges, and positive is attracted to positive, and negative is attracted to negative. And positive and negative, they can sometimes repel each other, right? But what you need to do is you need to flip the story, and you need to flip the switch, and you need to allow positive to attract to positive. You need to build up and be that source of positivity. You need to try to make everything you touch have that spin. Like, think about it. Are you known as the guy that's a complainer and a griper? Let's be honest. Let's be real. Are you? What would happen if you started thinking and speaking positively and acting positively and making decisions with a positive mindset? Because that's part of it. Like if you're negative and you don't trust that the right thing is going to happen and you don't think that it's going to happen, then you're going to not do what has to happen to make the thing happen. I know I did it for a long time. I gained a bunch of weight and I was 430 pounds. And I did not think I could lose it. And I would try to lose it, and it was always trying to lose it. I'm going to really try hard this time. It didn't change until I got into the negative thoughts that I had, and recognized where they came from, and spoke the truth. That's when I could actually be positive about it. So whatever situation you're facing, maybe it's a situation at work, maybe it's a situation with a neighbor that's a pain in the butt, be positive. Don't be the griper. Don't be the negative one. Be the positive one. Be the one that says the good things. Be the one that thinks the good things. And if the bad thoughts come in, you kick them out. Watch what happens. Put me to the test. If I had extra money to bet, which I don't, because even if I had extra money, I wouldn't bet, because it happens. I don't gamble. But if I were to gamble, I would lay $1 million on this. Actually do it. Actually take the time to think positively for 1 month about the situation that you're in. And then to speak positively about it. And then to make positive decisions and do positive things. And tell me it doesn't turn around. Try it for a month. Now, if you do it and you're like, I'm just going to prove him wrong. You're going to prove me wrong. Because you're actually proving me right because you did the opposite. Okay? Do it. Genuinely, really, positively say, I'm going to change this thing, and it's going to turn around, and I'm going to be a part of it. I'm going to do whatever it takes to do it. It will! I promise you. I promise you. On my honor as a man, you do that, it gets better. Bam! I've seen it happen. So let's stop griping. Let's stop complaining. Let's stop settling for negativity, and let's just be positive, okay? We can do it. I believe it. Anyway.